Hello and welcome, my Sagittarius family. Welcome to your second 2 weeks of May reading. My name is Crow, and I'm just so grateful to have you here. Take what resonates, leave the rest. You know how it goes, okay? Use your thoughts, intuitions, feelings, the visions, foresight, things that are happening collaboratively in your space, surrounding you, honking horns, barking dogs, you know, that whole thing. Everything is a part of this reading, and so are you. So thank you for being here. Oh my gosh. I have that song, Guess Who's Back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. You're gonna tell your friends, guess who's back? I mean, Stella Got Her Groove Back does not cover what is happening with you, Sagittarius. I mean, it feels like wow. Some of you are, you know who it is that you are again, and it's okay for you to be yourself. After a period of not feeling like it was okay for you to be yourself, whether it be the environment that you were in. Yes, the environment has a lot to do with how you grow as a person. I mean, you know, if the soil isn't working, you got to go to a different location. And maybe you were taking those things out on yourself unnecessarily, but now is not that time. Now is now, and now feels like grand spanking new. Grand spanking new? Brand spanking new with some grandness, all right? All right, we are going to be pulling from a couple different decks here today. But first we have the alligator card. The alligator card is all about integration. And it feels like you're actually getting rolling. You know, the alligators do like the death roll. So sometimes you have had to roll with the punches, so to speak, in your life. But now you just know. Rolling with the punches means like, I'm not going to take that personally. I'm just going to keep going on in my life here. That person over there is obviously having a bad day. I'm not going to take it to heart. Right? With the death roll, when they're rolling, they're not taking in these things into their life and integrating it in their role. They're like dodging, they're bobbing and weaving, okay? And this feels like, you know, because with the imagery, working with the same imagery here of that death roll, they're spinning with something in their mouth, meaning their prize, the things that they've been, you know, aiming for. With your Sagittarian bow, it's like, hold on to it, and you know how to hold on to it now, and it feels like a really sweet time in your life where you can begin to do more in a smart way. You know, it's not like dousing you're not like putting gasoline on your fire again, but stoking it for sure, throwing another log on there and seeing what happens, and you're going to be pleasantly surprised. You are absolutely going to be pleasantly surprised. A little bit more effort, Sagittarius, in the second 2 weeks of May is going to come back tenfold. All right? It's just going to appear almost as if out of nowhere. Integrating all the words, thoughts, and actions that you have, you've been meaning to make a change, right? The mantra for Sagittarius is, when I know better, I do better. Okay? Do better. It betters your life, and you just feel better. Don't hate on yourself because you're doing things better. You're where you are now, and you only know what you know now, okay, Sagittarius? So this is about integration and all things the stomach. A great time, you know, it's springtime. I always suggest with my clients to do a cleanse is always nice, right? Depending on, of course, using the context of your life and your intuition, any sort of energetic cleanse, trying out a new routine, a regime, exercise, something that's working with your gut, okay? Listening to your gut when you're eating food that's like, no, that doesn't stick with me. Okay, integrate it now. I'm just gonna feel better. I know better, and I do better, and I feel better. There's nothing wrong with feeling better. Integrating emotions, having a practice where you're actively, like, some stagnant emotions that have been in your life are going to be easily lifted up and out of your system. It feels so easy right now during the second 2 weeks of May for you to just let it go. Whereas maybe before you were like holding on, but it feels like now is an easy time for you to let go. And another part of the alligator is that they know when the timing is right. I mean, these are like, they're just looking, they're calculating all the different things around their surroundings, and okay, take that imagery into your life. You know when the time is right to act. And if the time is now, then it's now. And if it's in 2 weeks, then it's in 2 weeks. But you inherently know when the timing is right. Maybe you don't want to know, and you're like, maybe you have all these other steps that you need to do before that. But guess what? When you get to your goal, having done those steps, you're going to feel good. You're going to know better. You're going to have done better. And guess what? You're going to have felt better. Felt like I had like a choir of Sagittarius's jumping in my head for that. We have like a motto now for you. What am I doing? Leaving this out. We're going to pull a card from the Sacred Earth Oracle, and I'm actually going to read for you today. We have the Perception card. It's beautiful imagery here, so anything that you're feeling from this imagery, tap in, tune into it. Tune in, yes. Boom. Just making sure that was in focus so you can actually see the imagery. All right, perception. Perception, Sagittarius's. It feels like your perception is just overall revitalized through your own perspective. It feels like you've been seeing the world through others' perspective way, way, way too much. And that is just a part of taking things personal. Is we're literally jumping in somebody else's paradigm, bringing that paradigm into our own lives, and then taking it personal. And there is no logic. There's absolutely no logic to doing that. Of course, there's an emotional aspect to it, and like we've all done it. I don't want to say guilty. We've all done it at some point in our lives, but it's not necessary. And this is a really easy time for you to integrate all those things, the taking things personal, the things that I keep repeating for this reading for the second 2 weeks of May. Sagittarius, it's gonna be easy for you. And that's it. Earthly meaning, we have listen, observe, and better your chances. Here we have that word better again. Rely on your direct experience. Do not be swayed by reputation, gossip, or a third-party account. Trust your perception and interpretation of a situation. Be wary of gaslighting or of someone who undermines your sense of self and the world around you. Develop and hone your sensitivities. I mean, how perfect is this with what was just being said prior? Just adding to the luxuriousness of this reading. We have the spiritual meaning. Your senses are clouded by thoughts and emotions. Try to distance yourself from what others say. Detach emotionally, quiet your judgments, and clear your thoughts. Find a quiet place, preferably in nature, where you can relax and refresh your perception. Let your instinct guide you to the clear, unmistakable voice that comes not from your thoughts, but from your soul. From your soul, Sagittarius. Insight. Touch, taste, smell, sight, and hearing are only 5 ways of interpreting the world around us, Sagittarius. Many animals can sense Earth's magnetic field. Some can see heat and others echolocation. I don't know what echolation is. Guess we'll never know. Being able to sense light, predators, food, heat, water pressure, or an approaching storm increases a being's chance for survival. As senses evolve according to need, an earthworm and a robin perceive the world very differently. The world remains the same, but there are countless ways of perceiving and experiencing it. Yeah? We develop and hone our senses as we interact with our environment. We learn to allow for the refraction of light when looking through water. If we pay attention, we can sense the sudden drop in temperature and air pressure that can signal rain. Sound was always a reality, but the world was silent until life developed the complex ability to hear it. What else might we sense about the world if we could hone our ability to perceive it? I mean, that last message for you, Sagittarius, is one of the reasons why I love to pull the animal cards is because there are more than 5 different clairs, meaning the clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, and the other 2, which I'm just forgetting at this moment. It's whatever. But the reason why I tune into animals is because they have such different sort of extrasensory ability, and we're able to see it. It's tactile, it's something that's moving and it's alive and it's grounded. And so maybe there's some gifts that you have that don't necessarily have a name. I mean, it doesn't mean that it's not real. It doesn't mean that you can't tap into the instinct of your soul. Instinct. So really just revalidating those words that came through perception, the perception card and how you see stuff. So on this card, you can see like this third eye, right? The third eye can express itself in different ways. Of course, it's mostly associated through vision. But what if you're able to sense a storm coming? I mean, wow. What if you're able to sense a storm coming in your stomach? through your connection, through your gut sense. And, you know, when we sense a storm coming, we get out of the way. Or if we know that there's going to be a fruitful time period, you know, the soil is going to be ripe and ready and the surroundings are ready, then we plan otherwise. Yeah, it's simple. Let's pull a card from the 33 Masters and we'll get one from Asha Frost's Sacred Medicine Oracle deck. And we'll read. Balance and support. Yep. So it feels like a really good time. You know, you can walk on tightrope right now, Sagittarius, for the second 2 weeks of May, and you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be like, whoop, gotcha. Still on balance. What's going on, Sagittarius? Really? Getting yourself sorted out. You've done the work, implementing that work. It's just making life a whole lot easier for yourself. And yes, better, mo better. All right, so I've heard we're gonna read from Asha's deck as well, whatever. This one, whatever comes through. Cleanse. Oh, what a wonderful time to cleanse. 13. Cleanse. Sage stick. Sage stick. Here, I'm gonna light the sage stick. The jovial nature, which is Sagittarius, might people think that might give the perception that you are a fool, but it's actually not the case. Sage moves its medicine into your body, heart, and soul. It's time for a clearing, and Sacred Sage is here to assist you, illuminating the areas that need to be seen and acknowledged. Cleansing our energy body is something that needs to be done often. If you've noticed yourself feeling heavy or dense with emotion or discomfort, allow this medicine to clear it so it may be transformed. You are asked to hold this medicine with deep reverence, as it has been appropriated by many who treat it as a prop. It comes forward as a gift for you today as a reminder of your dedication of all that is sacred. The sage stick allows you to honor your lineages and the lineages that this particular medicine is sourced from. Lighting sage is much more than a cleanse. It is a ceremony of alignment. Your whole self comes alive and returns to vitality and to light. This medicine loves you deeply and asks you to hold all of your sacred practices with reverence. With reverence. You know, I hold so much reverence for this sage, ethically sourced. It's a sacred tool. So honing in on what your sacred tools are and giving them reverence. What more is there? Giving yourself reverence. And there's a beautiful, beautiful eagle in this card, you know. So that is speaking as well. There's an eagle, there's a full moon in this card, there's the winds of change. You know, sometimes I feel like the energy of a Sagittarius can come off like the eagle, you know. It's always soaring for truth and flying high above. So continue flying high above for the second 2 weeks of May. Thank you for being here. Like, comment, subscribe, and I just appreciate you. Peace.